I have always been fascinated by the mind. My father planted those seeds in me when I was just a little girl, how the mind shapes our world, our personalities, our behaviors. But for many years, I thought that subject was just way out of my reach, studied by the elite, and even then taking a lifetime to master. But for me, everything changed when I discovered that is just not true. One of the first things that I discovered once I had made my commitment to get my life back on track is that the mind, the most powerful force known to humankind, is not only the operating system of our lives, not only the powerhouse of our thoughts, of our feelings, of our actions, but it is also the creator of our reality. Whoa! It's easy to just roll that off the tongue and move on, but in that simple statement is the key that will unlock everything. Everything. And it's also the first principle of the mind that I want to share with you. Whatever goes on in your mind is what becomes your reality. Whatever goes on in your mind is what becomes your reality. Okay, this is the first principle. Now, I hope that statement's going to raise a smile rather than a groan of despair. I know when I first discovered this life changing truth, I was like, whoa, yeah, if you could see what's going on in my head, it's no wonder my life is such a mess. And it's no surprise that the mind is so often compared to wild horses, especially in Eastern philosophy, pulling, racing in all directions. And the idea of taming those wild horses can seem completely overwhelming. But that is what we are going to do. We say that the mind can either be our worst enemy, pulling us in all those directions and not getting us anywhere or anywhere we want, or it can be our best friend, our greatest ally. And when we work with the principles of the mind, when we follow the laws, just like the law of physics, just like the law of gravity, then things start to change. And they change very, very quickly. As the 6th century Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, if you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. You see, these laws are designed to ensure that everything is in our best interest. So the mind, it works according to the principles, it follows the laws. So whatever happens must be in our best interest, which is great until it isn't, because the mind, it's kind of in the dark there. It doesn't really know whether what it's serving up, it's in our best interest. In fact, your mind doesn't really care if what you think, what you say is good, bad, indifferent, true, false, healthy, unhealthy, right or wrong. It simply follows the laws. But here's the good news. Once we understand the rules of the mind, once we work with the principles, it's actually not that difficult to be the person we want to be, happy, trusting, at peace, and to have the things that we want, purpose, meaning, ease, and to live the life that we want to live, prosperous, abundant, fulfilling. And that is truly a life on track.